This is the NFL Week in Review Show on the Flex Network.
Going up, coming down, does he come down with it? Does Golden State have it? He's in the end zone, he has!
This is the Flex Network.
Unbelievable!
This is the
Romo
Flex
can't get the
Network.
spot down!
Flex on them.
Run Zeke. Up the middle, he's gone! Zeke's gone! Goodbye, Zeke! Touchdown! Short yardage, pinched in. The dog's got out.
Flex on them, G.
Branding in the gun, third and 8. Crowd making noise. Manning 5 steps. Here comes the run. Taco's got it. That's an Eli taco. Oh, low snap. He picks it up. He looks, he stands, he rushes. Oh, he's up the middle. He's running up the middle, and boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Flex Network is here. We're back in action. We are the Flex Network. You can find us all over the place. Flex Network on Facebook, at Flex Network 1 on Twitter. I am your host, your boy Flex Mike. We are here to break down all of the week 2 action. There's some close games. There's some high-scoring offense. There's all types of stuff going on. But first and foremost, below me is my guy, my boy, Cowboy Cam, my quarterback, more importantly, Cowboy Cam, at Cowboy Cam on Facebook, at Cowboy Cam 11 on Twitter. Cam, say what's up to the people.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Cowboy Nation, stand up. It's good to be here for week 3. Oh, I'm so ready. Let's go.
And above Cowboy Cam himself, it's the one, the only, the doctor of everything wrestling, the wrestling encyclopedia, as I like to say. Get all your facts straight with him. It's the one and only SnowMan.
Well, it's the big snow. Oh, welcome everybody. It's a good week here, guys. We had some great NFL action this week. I mean, Seahawks winning, Cowboy Cam getting the W. We're going to talk about that, but what's going on, everybody?
Well, let's talk about a couple of things. Cam, I got a question. First and foremost, was this the worst week in the history of the NFL since you've been watching the NFL injury-wise?
Yes, this is by far one of the worst weeks I've ever seen. Literally, the whole 49ers roster is basically they're out. It's insane. Man. And the word ACL is getting thrown around like crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, everyone seems to be the doctors of the ACLs, MCLs, PCLs. You know, just ladies and gentlemen, just make sure you take care of your L's, okay? Your CLs, you know, all that good stuff.
Snow.
Snow.
Yes.
Let's talk about something for a second. As we sit here and we get ready to recap the week 2 landscape of the NFL, the scores, any of the crazy stuff. Is there anything off the top of your head that just a game that surprised you just out the gates?
You know what? Surprisingly, there is one game, and Cowboy Cam is going to love it so much. It's just going to make his heart grow bigger and bigger, like the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
I love it.
Because them boys making that comeback / ATL defense collapsing like London Bridge.
Well,
it fell down.
Since we're talking about that, let's go ahead and we're going to hop into the recaps, but let's just go ahead and jump out the gates to that Cowboys game. First of all, this was not a good game for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are, what do they say? Skating by on the skin of their teeth. Is that how they say it?
Yeah.
The Cowboys fumble the ball a good 3 or 4 times in the first quarter alone. It was, oh, you said 5. Okay, 5.
Yeah,
well,
5.
it was incredible because it was like, if you're a Cowboys fan, you look at this game and you say, or you look at that first quarter, I mean, and you say, we cannot possibly play a worse quarter in our life. First quarter, whatever. So Cam, I'm just gonna open up the airwaves for you. Give me some thoughts on the game. I want to know what you thought. I know you were stressed out for at least 3 3/4 of that game. So let me know kind of where your headspace was at.
Well, it was hilarious because I'm literally in my flag football playoffs watching this game, and I'm like, man, everybody's fumbling the ball. Everyone. Dak fumbles. Tony Pollard almost had a fumble. Zeke fumbles. Dalton Schultz fumbles. I was like, this is the worst quarter of football I'd ever seen from the Cowboys, probably. The worst. And for some reason, I never felt like they were out of it. I was telling people, I'm like, something just doesn't feel right. Like something, I feel like they can come back. And sure enough, we came back and won. Mind you, I did not get to see the onside kick because I had another flag tournament to go to. And so I had to turn the game off. And literally I hear, hey, so no, actually I was like, well, the odds of us getting the onside kickback, it's impossible, especially with the rule change. You can't get a running head start. I just thought it was impossible. And literally I hear, hey, we got the ball back. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean we got the ball back? And then I hear, yeah, we're kicking the game-winning field goal right now. So I am super impressed by the fight in the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to give the Dallas Cowboys more credit than anything. More than necessarily Atlanta blowing that. I mean, just jump on the ball, Atlanta. Just jump on it. That's all you got to do. Jump on the ball. But Atlanta didn't have any turnovers. So that's definitely just great job, Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, Matt Ryan. Get out of there. Get out of there, Matt Ryan. Get out of there when you get a chance, because
Ain't happening.
I'm sorry. That is bad juju there, man.
Yeah, so Christopher here, thanks for joining the show, Christopher, and dropping comments. He says, I literally cut the game off for a while. I was so disappointed. Then it was a complete turnaround for the Cowboys while simultaneously the Falcons were choking, which is true. The weakness of the Falcons, and Snow and I both know this because the Seahawks played the Falcons week 1, and Russell Wilson absolutely just tossed dimes all over the field, all over the Falcons. Any pass he wanted to complete, he basically completed. And Snow, you can speak to this here in a second, but they really just took care of business. The Cowboys did when it mattered offensively. They were really out of it for most of the game. Zeke looked great, like he did week 1. He still looked great. It was just a matter of the Cowboys getting going because the secondary for the Falcons is not good. And Snow, go ahead and chime in here. Tell me what you thought, because I know you checked out the game. So tell me what you thought about the Cowboys and the Falcons this last was Sunday.
Oh, good God. I mean, literally just a very, very good game, to say the least, for the Falcons for 3 quarters. 3 quarters of football. You lead the game, and you allow Dallas to come back from a 20-0 start. And by the 4th quarter, you're up 15. And you just let it go downhill, like literally, like that is just, just too crazy. And not only even that, the craziest part of all this is that Dallas scores onside kick. It's coming. To give them a chance. You have the kind of the interesting kick that I've ever seen for an onside kick. It's smart, letting that ball roll, but here's the thing, Atlanta fans out there and Atlanta players, I'm pretty sure you guys have practiced this every so often, an onside kick, what we got to do. Remember, they cannot touch it before the 10-yard mark. However, that does not mean we can't. We can touch the ball before it gets 10 yards. We can touch it at the 1 yard, the 2 yard, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10 yard. We can touch it before they can. I can understand if you're okay. We don't want to touch it, so hey, maybe we don't get a fumble. It's jumbling around. And, inadvertently let just butterfingers out of our hands into Dallas's hands. I can get that. However, the fact that the matter is the ball was going to the out of bounds, was going to the sidelines. So wouldn't the smart thing to do be, okay, we can touch it / knock the ball out of the sideline, out of bounds. Sure, we may get a penalty, maybe, depending on what it is.
No penalty. Just knock it out of bounds.
Okay. Yeah, just knock it out of bounds. And we get the ball back. And we can ice the clock. Run it down, take knees. We're good. But to say the least, you have how many Falcon players around that ball? 5? You had 5 Falcon players hovering that ball like it was the last piece of turkey on Thanksgiving, waiting for it, waiting for someone to be done with their last piece and finally understand that, we can go after it. And we get just the sheer craziness of what the moment. Literally. Thank you, Matt, for that clip.
Flex Matt appearance on the show.
Yeah, there's our Flex Matt appearance for the year so far. But
what? Yeah, that was so crazy, dude.
5 people, and literally the only thing that can be said about this whole thing is about that entire thing and the fact that Dallas walks off and kicks the field goal.
Whoa, hold up. Timeout. Flag on the play, traveling, offsides.
It's just too damn crazy.
Oh.
To say the least. But
okay, so
again, Dallas wins.
Yeah, so I have nominated this moment for all 3 of us. You don't get to nominate a moment this week because the Falcons just blowing that type of lead just kind of just gave you the Super Bowl like feeling. The Patriots are playing the Seahawks in the same weekend, so you're getting all these kind of throwback Super Bowl vibes. The Falcons blow a lead, you're like, man, just soak it in. You're just, oh man, I recognize this smell in the air. I'm not sure what this smell is, but I recognize it, and so you couldn't help but just bask in it. You're like, this is a normal smell. It's like if you live next door to a redneck that like to smoke meat all the time, you would know, oh, that guy's over there he's smoking some brisket or something. This is a normal smell. I recognize this smell. That's the smell that was happening this weekend. And so, with this game, dude, I just could not believe it. And, I consider myself kind of a Cowboy hater a little bit, but at the same time, like I'm married to a Cowboys fan, so I don't really get to hate that much. But because I love the Cowboys in the Tony Romo days, I was such a huge Tony Romo fan, all that good stuff. So I enjoyed watching them come back. I can honestly say that I was rooting for them to come back. And you know, I like Dak. I like watching him throw the ball all over the field. This week they gave him a little too much credit because they're like, oh, he's the first. Yeah, Walkley #normal smells. Yeah, that's a normal smell right there. So yeah, man, that was a classic. That's gonna go down as a classic. That was a great game. That was fun. A couple things to remember from the stat bank here. Last year in the NFL, less than 6% of all onside kicks were recovered. So if you could just understand that for a second, and I think the reason the percentage actually dropped from 2 years ago from almost 20% down to 6, just because I don't know why. Is it because you can't get the running start? Is it is it just teams just happen to be not as successful, whatever it was? So there's definitely a problem there. And so also if you paid attention to the game, you would see that Greg the Leg himself did not put the football on a tee. He put it on the ground. And what he did, he explained this in a post-game interview. What he did is he kicked simultaneously the side of the ball and the ground at the same time. So half of his foot was on the ball, half of his foot was on the ground when it made contact. And what that did, it caused it to kind of do this rotational kind of like squib type weird kick where it wasn't end over end like a normal kick would be. And so that's kind of how it was spinning like that. And it was actually my wife was literally right there saying in the living room, why aren't they talking about the Falcons players? Why have they not grabbed the ball? 6 yards. Why have they not grabbed the ball? 8 yards. They still haven't touched it. I have no idea. And the Cowboys players are just waiting. As soon as that sucker goes 10, I'm diving on it. And so they dove on it at 10, and I was like, this is it. Cowboys are winning this game, without a doubt. So they win the game. And you know what? They deserved it, because if the Falcons are going to fall asleep like that, they absolutely deserve to win that game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give the Cowboys 40% of the credit, and the other 60 goes to the Falcons choking. The Cowboys did what they had to do to be in position to win the game, but I feel like the Falcons choked more than anything else. And they got a little bit lucky. There was that trick play where they ran where Julio dropped that touchdown pass over his shoulder when he burnt Diggs, which should have been a touchdown. You could run that play 100 more times. Julio probably catches it 95 times, Yeah. And so it's just one of those things. It just happened. It is what it is. But Cam, I want to talk about one thing real quick. Still on this Cowboys game, I want to talk about. Oh, Walkley actually dropped this comment here. It's perfect. It's the exact thing I want to talk about. He says also, is Dallas getting heat for the 2-point WTF conversion? So there's a couple of narratives here. Before I'm going to let you talk on it, but there's a couple of narratives. One is a lot of people with 2-point conversions say, don't go for it till you have to, right? And then there's the other side of the coin that says, well, go for it. And if you don't get it, then you know exactly what you have to do to win the game. I personally do not think that Mike McCarthy is a good coach. I think there's very little difference between him and Jason Garrett. The only difference was that Mike McCarthy had Aaron Rodgers for a bunch of years. And so we'll see what happens here. But please, Cam, explain to me what you think. I want to hear what you think maybe the coaching staff was thinking about making the call that they made, and then also the Cowboys fan in you. What were your opinions, feelings, whatever on that? Because you were either with it or you were against it. I sent you a message. I said, dude, that's the stupidest call I've ever seen. But go ahead, let the people hear it.
Well, you hit on it with the second option. I kind of think they were like, well, let's just see. If we don't get it now, we'll know what we need later down the road. And I'm like, I guess. Like, I was like, I guess if that's the explanation you want to give me, but you got to do a better play call than fake the fullback or fake the receiver coming in motion and pitching it to Zeke. everyone knows Zeke's going to get the ball in that moment. Throw the ball into the end zone. Like, Dak had only been sacked one time. I mean, it was. I'm glad you messaged me because it was the worst play call in that moment. I wasn't necessarily mad that they went for two because it kind of showed me that, hey, we still plan on getting back in this game. So I'm like, cool, you're still trying. But you got to have a better play call than that. It kind of goes back to the when they went for it on fourth down with the punts, with the fake punts. The first fake punt, I'm cool with. The second time you do it, you go on a 4th and 5 and try to literally run the ball up the middle. Come on, just leave your offense out there if you're going to do that. Like, I would prefer to see CeeDee Lamb getting wide open again on a 4th and 5 than a fake punt. I'm just sorry. So the coaching is, I'm a little iffy about it, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So here's the thing, Snow. I'm gonna let you talk real quick, but so the Cowboys are down 15. They score, they're down 9, right? So they get their 6 points, they're down 9. There's some time left in the game, but you also understand a couple things. The run game really isn't working for Atlanta. Todd Gurley's not really getting much. Trust me, I had him on my fantasy team. I was watching him. There's not much going for the run game, and then you have in the passing game, Calvin Ridley's eating. He was killing it, dude. He was cooking big time. So he was doing his thing. But Dallas had kind of stopped them the last couple of times out. They had stopped the bleeding a little bit, and they just weren't allowing some things to happen. So you're down 9. You decide to go for 2. So if you get the 2, you would be down 7. If you don't, you're down 9. It's still a 2-score game no matter what. So, please tell me your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on this, Snow, because you're unbiased in the situation, so I want to know.
I mean, again, Dallas, they were down 15. They're making this comeback in the fourth quarter. The Atlanta defense is just not stopping as well as they should have. In the first 3 quarters, they're not doing as well. They're allowing the boys to score. And while, Matt Ice, on offense, 24 for 36, 273 yards, 4 TDs, no picks. He had a damn good game. 4 TDs, and he's throwing for 273. That's a damn good game right there for him. Dak, 450 for 450 yards, passing yards, a touchdown, and then 3 rushing touchdowns for 18 yards. He had a damn good game. So it's just, it's one of those things where the offense for Atlanta was doing its job. Defense was bending a lot, coming into the fourth quarter. And then by the time the fourth quarter hits, defense was breaking. They were breaking down, quick because they were allowing this Dallas team to just start scoring, start getting more opportunities, and they're letting their offense work. And to me, it's just a showing of what Atlanta was doing, this past week. Again,
right?
They were doing it, but they weren't doing it for me.
Yeah. So Walkley here says if you kick the PAT, it's a 1-possession game, so you're down by 8 instead of 9. If you go for it, it's only a 50-50 1-possession game. They made the wrong call, in my opinion. Christopher over here, let me get his comment up. He says, I like the gamble. I prefer that over playing it safe and getting blown out like past seasons. We definitely needed an aggressive approach this year. And I would agree with that.
I can't argue with it.
Yeah, you obviously want to be aggressive, but I still come from the idea of you didn't need to go for 2 in that moment, because here's the thing. You go for it, you're down 8. You're going to have to go for 2 regardless, right? So
Mhm.
so going for either way, you're going to have to score a touchdown, right? Because even if you get that 2 and you make a better call and you get that 2, you're still going to, at the end of the day, you still have to score at least a touchdown to be able to go for 2. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just didn't think that it was really necessary right there. It just didn't make a lot of sense, just because the gamble on the other side is I don't get it. Now I'm down 2 possession. And that's the only reason why I didn't like it. But we're running a little behind here, so let's just go ahead and get into our recaps.
Get to it.
And
Yeah.
so the people know, Snow, go ahead and drop the ticker down below. Cowboy Cam has his first win. His first win in Pick'ems in a season and some change. Cowboy Cam selected 14 correct games. Snow selected 12 correct, and I believe I got 12
We
correct
tied.
as well.
We tied.
Yeah, we tied. Yeah, so don't worry. You guys get one every now and then, okay?
But hold on, but let
Actually,
the man
Snow,
grow a little bit.
you could have won, but you messed up in the early game. You screwed up in the early game. You went a little crazy in the early game. But let's get to these recaps real quick. Browns Bengals. Browns on Thursday Night Football beat the Bengals 35-30. Nick Chubb was in some throwback, or I guess not throwback, but he was in just good form in that game. He was doing well. Odell Beckham Jr. was in throwback form, I would say. He looked good. Baker looked like he was just ready to ball, dude. I love that version of Baker that we saw on Thursday night. I really liked it. He seemed to have the energy he was supposed to have. Snow, go ahead. I know you got something to say about this game.
Literally, I'm just putting it out there for everyone to say, to see. I'm not picking Cincinnati for the foreseeable future because of this game.
What?
Literally, you rushed for 68 yards against Cleveland to 215. You passed, Cincinnati passes for 37 out of 61 for 316. And granted, first rookie with 60 plus pass attempts and no picks. But still, you run for 67 yards? All I can say is, what the
I see.
Hey, Snow, one
here.
thing to remember, the Browns are historically bad, but over the last 3 years, the Browns from top to bottom have had, talent-wise, one of the most talented rosters. They just can't get it together as far as GM and head coach and ownership and all of that stuff goes. But there's no doubting the talent. They have great talent.
Where have we heard that one before?
Hey, don't you look
It
down
doesn't
here.
matter if you've heard it before. I'm saying they have talent,
Yeah, they got talent.
So when they win games, you can't be surprised, because every now and then talent finds its way to the surface and proves, oh, that's why I was a 5-star recruit in high school and in college. Like, that's why I was a first-round draft pick. That's why I was traded for, or any of those types of things. So you have to remember that. And you also have to remember that the Bengals blew it up. They got a new head coach. They got a young head coach. They got a young nucleus. Joe Mixon barely finished his rookie contract. You got a rookie quarterback. There's a lot of things to remember about that Bengals team. So you can't be surprised if the Bengals don't perform the way that you expect them to. They're literally 2 weeks into what's going on. Okay. Alex Torres over here, Brown Super Bowl.
You stop.
He knows he's a Cowboys fan. He knows that the Browns aren't going to the Super Bowl.
I do gotta say this. Keep picking the Bengals. Do not fall away from the Bengals. You got to think about it. With a rookie quarterback, they lost by 5 to a team that went over 200 yards rushing combined, and they lost by 5. And they had a chance to win the game. That's the thing. They had a chance to win it.
Yeah.
No, don't like the Bengals. I feel very pleased with what I'm seeing with no offseason, no camp, no nothing. Joe Burrow's out here reeling and dealing, and what's crazy is he's really good at the hurry up offense. He's really good at the hurry up offense. Those guys, I think it's crazy that the amount of respect and leadership he already has with that organization, and he's been there for a short period of time. So they'll have some favorable matchups, I think, and I think the Bengals get the Eagles this week, and the Eagles haven't beaten the Bengals in like 20 years. So that's just a little hint to where I might go with my prediction.
So let's go ahead and cruise through these next couple of games. Last thing I'll say on the Bengals is they've been in both of their games that they have losses in, so it's not like they're getting blown out here. So let's keep it moving forward. We got the Bucks. They take care of the Panthers 31-17. The Panthers actually tried to create a little bit of a late rally in that game. Yeah, I think that the Panthers are a lot in this. They're in the same boat as the Bengals in a sense. Like they've kind of blown everything up. They cut Cam, and they got rid of a lot of guys, and they're trying to take care of business in the best way they know how with kind of a young nucleus. So yeah, they win 31-17. Steelers beat the Broncos 26-21, a lot closer than everyone expected. I think they thought that that Drew Lock was actually not going to get hurt. They were already without Phillip Lindsay. Cortland Sutton got hurt. We found out he tore his ACL. Phillip Lindsay's out for the next couple of weeks. Drew Lock, I haven't heard if he's going to be on IR or not. I think that he did go to IR. Oh, that's right, because you know who the Broncos signed, right? As a quarterback, as an emergency quarterback. Tell me, Cam, you know who it is. It's the one, the only. If you combine his Super Bowl wins with Tom Brady's Super Bowl wins together, they have 5. I'm talking about the one, the only. Blake Bortles is in the house, baby. Blake Bortles is in the house.
Look at my head.
They signed him. So it's Blake Bortles and Jeff Driscoll kind of commanding the quarterback situation there. Anyway, Steelers fall to the Broncos. And you know what, Cam? Considering Pops over here is a Steelers fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Pops had to be a little bit happy seeing old James Conner roll in there and get over 100 yards, huh?
He had me a little. I told y'all, hey, I think James seen Benny Snell go over 100, and he was like, "I got to go get 100 today." And to get 100 rushing yards on a good Denver Broncos defense, pretty impressive.
Yeah. So we got a comment here. Walkley says new IR injured reserve is amazing.
It is.
So it's actually very cool, and I hope that they kind of use it and decide that they're going to keep it for future years. But the new injured reserve, there's actually 2 of them. There's a 3-week one, which the Seahawks have utilized a couple of times, and some other teams have utilized. So the 49ers put Richard Sherman on IR, but the 3-week IR, so he has to be out he has to miss at least 3 games. And then there's the IR that everyone else is familiar with, which is like you come back week 12 or something.
Yeah.
Snow, do we have something to say? I see you cracking up over there.
No, I'm not cracking up. It's the fact, granted, we're getting, this 3-week, injured reserve. Basically, it's, the 3-week.
Right.
For these cats, the 3-week break. And then you got the original injured reserve, I'm out. I have pain. Like, literally.
As you said in our group chat, my leg.
Basically, just, where I want to go with this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. It's just, ow, my leg, I'm hurt. Get me out of here.
And you're saying the 3-week IR is the gotcha. I got you.
Yeah, that's the 3-weeker.
It's genius.
But, I mean, it's
genius.
smart. I mean, especially with what we're going through right now this year. So it's good to know. Okay, this is we're seeing we're hearing Richard Sherman. He's out for 3 weeks. Well, and there's people like, well, he's out for 3 weeks. That's to make sure he's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the ones, of course, like Bruce, who's just got put on IR because he's out with the ACL.
Yep.
So that's the difference.
Right. Okay. So I know there's some funny games. This next game's kind of funny, in my opinion, but I'm gonna cruise through these next ones so that we can get to our picks because I think we got a lot of things to talk about this week. So next game, Rams 37, Eagles 19. Eagles are horrendous. No one's surprised by that. Also in that game, I benched Tyler Higbee because the Rams didn't seem to target him week 1, and of course he gets 3 touchdown receptions. I hated my life. Anyway, let's keep moving. So 37-19, Rams over the Eagles. Next game, 49ers 31, Jets 13. That pretty much went exactly how everyone expected it to, outside of Nick Bosa tearing his ACL, Jimmy Garoppolo, high ankle sprain, out a few weeks. Who's Snow? Tell me who the other guy is. Solomon. What's his name?
I have the injureds right here.
Solomon Thomas, right? He torn ACL, gone. Greg Kittle was out for this game. He'll come back.
Dude, here's the list of injured players right now. Thomas, Bosa, Greenlaw, Ford, Monster, Kittle, Coleman, Garoppolo, James, Sherman, Samuel, Blair, Hurd, Coleman, Thompson.
Yeah, so
Taylor,
they're the most.
Austin.
That's the whole offense.
They're the most injured team. They're gone. Okay, let's keep it moving. So they won despite. I mean, they're probably playing the Jets, the worst team in the NFL potentially. Bills take care of the Dolphins 31-28. If you didn't watch that game, it was actually really entertaining. Josh Allen played a heck of a game. 417 passing yards with 4 touchdown passes. Was actually the AFC Offensive Player of the Week this week. Let's see. Bears 17, Giants 13. I'm not putting any stock in anything the Giants are doing.
That's it.
So yeah. I'm done with that.
Cash out your chips if you're a Giants fan. Quick, just cash them out.
Turn it in.
Stock. Or in best terms, get me out of here. Fast.
Right. Colts 28, Vikings 11. That game was pretty boring. Cam, you got anything to say about your Colts over there?
Phillip Rivers is still who I thought he was, turnover machine. But they ran the ball, so that's all they had to do was just run the ball. And so Phillip Rivers lives another week. Oh, and Kirk Cousins, you're trash, by the way. Good Lord, Kirk Cousins, you're terrible.
You know what? For once, we didn't have to hear this song for Mr. Rivers.
We'll be rolling, rolling Phillip Rivers.
We didn't have to hear it for once.
Correct. Let's see. Titans 33, Jaguars 30. Minshew just kept that thing rolling, man. He looked good again. Then we go Packers 42, Lions 21. The Lions just are not a good football team. I don't even know how to describe it, dude. Aaron Rodgers looked good. Aaron Jones looked good. Devontae Adams leaves the game with a little bit of a hamstring issue. We went over Cowboys and Falcons already. Ravens
NFC
take care.
Player of the Week.
Who's NFC Player of the Week?
Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, Dak. Yeah, even though he probably didn't deserve it because he's passing
watch it.
since he's passing since 4 seconds into the game. So of course he got NFC Player of the Week. That's not his fault, though. That's pretty much everyone else's fault. He didn't really do anything wrong. Anyway, Ravens 33, Texans 16. Texans continue to struggle. Ravens continue to kind of take care of business. We got a heck of a Monday Night Football matchup coming this week. Next, we got the Cardinals beat the Washington whatchamacallits 30-15. Let's see. Chiefs take care of the Chargers in overtime, 23-20. Justin Herbert checks into the game at the very start because one of the doctors for the Los Angeles Chargers tried to issue what they call a Toradol shot because what's his name? Tyrod Taylor has a cracked rib or a broken rib or something like that. And I actually heard on the radio today that from a doctor that's actually very common, and we should kind of pump the brakes on attacking the doctor who did that. So the doctor basically, they said he punctured a lung or something like that, but the doctor I heard from basically said, hey, it's kind of common. He'll recover no problem. It's like, it's a minor injury, but he might be out for maybe a week or so. The kid's going to start again this week. Then, of course, the Seattle Seahawks take care of the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football, 35-30. Russell tosses 5 touchdowns. And pass for Cam Newton actually rushed for 2 touchdowns, threw a touchdown, and passed for 397 yards, which was funny. But the Seahawks ultimately stopped him on a last-second play on the goal line and secured that victory. Well, everyone knew that play call was coming. That's the thing. Bobby Wagner called it, but they called the timeout. The Seahawks did. Bobby Wagner said they're running to the left, and that's why the whole defense kind of went to the left like that. That was actually a very good read on Bobby Wagner's part. Okay, Snow, go ahead. I know you got something for me right here.
Did you guys happen to rewatch that play again and notice anything somewhat similar into history that play kind of looked like?
Yeah, they said that the the Patriots should have passed it on the goal line what?
No, not that. That, I'm saying it for this, for this crew, because it kind of looked like a very infamous play for Cowboy fans who really hate the playoffs coming up to Seattle.
Oh, you're talking about the Tony
down.
Oh,
yeah.
I got you.
It just looked like that to me a little bit. Especially flipping over and missing, not getting into the goal line there. But
look here, I might have picked the Seahawks to win, but if that receiver catches that corner route and is just somewhat a little bit stronger, he gets in the end zone. Like, there's no way you should get stopped on the 1 yard line coming out of a corner route. I'm sorry, you can't do it.
Well, really, not just that, Cam. N'Keal Harry shouldn't have even caught that in the first place. I mean, that was a great
catch. That was a great,
yeah,
that was a great catch. I think,
ahead,
in my opinion, you just have to if you're not going to go quarterback sneak under center in that moment, you have to find a better play call to let Cam have the option to throw the ball or run it in. Patriots deserve that L, but great game.
Yeah, so here's the thing. With the quarterback sneak, I think the reason they didn't run it, they probably felt like they could have scored with a QB sneak just because of Cam's size. But I think one of the things and one of the reasons why they did not run the quarterback sneak is because it's so iffy when it comes to the referees actually getting the spot right.
Yes.
And Bill Belichick, being the coach that he is and being as smart as he is, said to himself, I don't know if I want to put this game in the hands of the referees. And so it was smart for him. And Cam scored 2 times against the Dolphins in week 1 with that exact run. And he had already scored once against us with that run. And so he was like, well, they weren't even close to stopping it last time. So what makes you think they could stop it this time?
The best linebacker in football.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Bobby Wagner's in the house, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Snow.
Thing. Here's the thing. The saying was for the Pats, you never, ever give the ball back 2 minutes, give them, you never give the ball back with 2 minutes left to the Pats when Tom Brady is quarterback.
It's true.
That saying is now done.
Because
it's unproven right now with Cam Newton and the Pats. So you cannot just, Pat fans cannot be saying, "Oh, we got the ball with about 2 minutes left. We got this. We got a good shot here." You can't say that. It's gotta be, you gotta give him some years and some high pressure situations to in that 2 minute war span to get that rolling again. The 2 minute offense with the Pats and Cam Newton is you gotta pay attention more, but not trust the saying of 2 minutes with the Pats. They got the ball. They're going to get a chance to score. Let's
address something real quick because my boy Walkley here said something that I wanted to talk about. He says the Hawks shouldn't have passed on that drive prior, and Pats should have used the timeout. Weird ending, actually. A lot couldn't have been predicted. So what he's talking about is the Seahawks final drive, right? So the Seahawks final drive, I don't remember what happened, but I know it happened on 2nd and 3rd down. 2nd down is right before the 2 minute warning. Chris Carson gets the ball and he runs to the outside and he actually slides because I don't think he knew how much time was on the clock. He slides short of the 1st down. And so the refs call him down or whatever. And what ultimately happened, it just rolled to the 2 minute warning anyway. So it's a 2 minute warning. But what Chris Carson should have done is he should have kept running because he would have easily picked up that 1st down and maybe like another yard or 2. And then he would have got pushed out of bounds probably. And then that would have drained so much more time off the clock, especially if they ran it on 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Like, who cares, And so that was kind of just like a little bit of a brain fart. And then on 3rd down, so the Seahawks are in like a 3rd and 2 maybe on the other side of the 2 minute warning, and they throw this pass to Tyler Lockett, which is barely out of his reach, and he misses it, incomplete. And then the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week gets up there and just bombs something to the other side of the field. Just punts that thing moonshot style that God himself could not find that football on the other side. He just bombed that sucker down there and kind of pinned him back. And, ultimately Cam Newton did his thing and they got down there. But yeah, there could have been some things that were done a little bit differently that could have changed that. But let's keep moving on the recaps here so we can get to our predictions and the game that I guess I would say that I'm surprised, but not really that much surprised. Raiders actually take care of business over the Saints, have me dead wrong. Raiders 34, Saints 24. Mama Snow's over there rejoicing, all that good stuff. But let me tell you something. The Saints, one thing the Saints proved is they really are way too reliant on Michael Thomas. I mean, because think about it like this, dude. Alvin Kamara was eaten in that game. A good 30, 40 points. Can't remember what he had, but the Raiders took care of business. Here she is.
You said the
a
words.
sighting from Mama Snow. Hey, give her the headphones. Give her the headphones so I can hear her. Hey, Mama Snow.
You said the words.
Mama Snow, let me tell you something. I'm a
Yeah.
man. I'm not like these other boys that are running around here, okay? I'm a man. I know how to say when I was wrong and I was wrong. But let
And
me
how
tell you
badly
something.
were you wrong?
What was my score last week? What did I say?
You
I
said they were
had
going to lose
the
by 20.
20. Yeah. They
Yeah,
should
yeah.
have, but
The pick was
Should have, could have, would have, but they didn't. And
yeah.
Yeah, you picked it.
Like
to
I
be
told Snow
38-18.
before the game started, before the cast started tonight, I said I would, if they played 10 times and this last Sunday was one time of them playing, I would probably pick the Saints the other 9 times. But in my thought process at that time, I didn't even think about how reliant they were on Michael Thomas, which is hilarious. And that's probably why Cam's laughing, because he knew that and I didn't. And I didn't even think about it, because here's the thing. John Gruden's not an idiot. Like, he knows offense.
No.
He can call some plays. He knows defense too. He can handle his business. And one of the things that they did well was they disguised some of their defensive coverages, and they were able to really confuse Drew Brees. And I don't know who. It's one of the Jenkins. Cam, you can get with me on this, but Darren Waller was absolutely eating one of those Jenkins.
Malcolm.
Was it
Poor
Malcolm?
Jenkins.
Malcolm Jenkins. Darren Waller had at least 15 catches on that dude. I was like,
Yeah.
do they not? Can they put a water boy in? Because he would probably do better than this guy. It was like, it was embarrassing. I'm not even a Raiders or a Saints fan, and I was like, I feel bad for the Saints player. This is like abuse. Someone should call the police. This is terrible.
I love Darren Waller. I love him.
Yeah, he's a baller for sure. But go ahead, Mama Snow. Go ahead and tell me.
no,
I know you got some things to say.
Like, yeah, your 20-point lose. Yeah. Should have gone with the Raiders, honey. Like the other two did.
Yeah, I probably would have won if I went for the
probably
Raiders.
won the week had you done that. I'm just saying. Come on now,
Yeah.
you know better.
Whatever. We'll see
But,
next week. We'll see what I do this week.
But I love my buddy's Chris's comment here. The Aints are not who they used to be. And I've been trying to tell my Saints buddies this for so long. They're not who they used to be. Thank you. There it is right there. They're not who they used to be. Oh, what'd you say, Mama Snow?
So you have the Aints and the whatchamacallits now. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, the Aints and the whatchamacallit. That's correct.
Well, we can't say what the other team's name is. They're the, what do you want me to call them? The team? The football team or something?
Football team.
Isn't that what you started calling them? Was the whatchamacallits?
Yeah, the whatchamacallit.
Well, they were the Washingtons, and then they had that good comeback against the Eagles, so I've officially upgraded them to the whatchamacallits.
So you have the whatchamacallits and Aints. All
yeah.
right.
We're on a roll.
I love it. I love it.
And the Stars are killing me.
Well,
I figured.
Can I get a Stars update? Oh.
5-1.
Oh no.
5. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty.
Hey.
So if you hear me yell a couple of times, that's why.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how you see me going.
So here's the thing, Cam. In hockey, 5-1, that's a deficit.
Yeah, that's game over.
Pretty bad.
That's game over.
And especially when it's a game 3 and the series is tied.
That's over.
But
okay,
you know what?
So let's keep it moving. Raiders take care of business. Beat the Saints. John Gruden's dancing in the locker room. After that one.
I love it.
But let's get into the best part of the show, which is our prediction for this week. And let me get to the right page here. Let us go to Thursday Night Football, where the Miami Dolphins take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and
it's gonna be good.
-3. So the Jaguars are favored by 3. So Cam, go ahead, give me your pick. Miami or Jacksonville. We don't need a score. We just need a pick. We only need the score on the Monday night game.
Yeah, the Monday night game. Yeah,
the Monday night game.
Give me the Jags. I love what I saw last week against the Titans, losing by 3, almost coming back. So give me those Jags over the Dolphins. Minshew mania, baby.
Okay, Snow, who do you got? I already know where you're going, but
I mean, to a point. But yeah, and there will be fans at Jacksonville. 25% capacity this week for Jackson, actually for the fight of the Miami teams right now. So it's going to be Dolphins and the Jags. I think I know where I'm going to go with this, but I may need some help. Boomer.
Me.
I'm going with Minshew Mania. Put me down for the Jags.
I love that
Where
one.
do you get this
That
stuff
one.
from?
Hey, you never know. Don't question this guy
Oh
for
my
a
God.
single thing. We're going Minshew mania across the board. A little go Cougs in the house. So we got Jacksonville across the board. So next
So
game we got
we're all on board that the Jaguars are not tanking, right?
No.
Yeah, they're not.
You have your franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
I believe
they're
you have
not
your franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
What you've been seeing from Minshew so far has been actually very good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm down for the Jags this week, and I'm rolling with them. Let's go next game. Chicago Bears at Atlanta Falcons. I believe that Atlanta is favored by 4 points. Snow, let's start with you this time. Who do you got?
Ooh,
This one's kind of a little tough. I mean, you got the monsters of the Midway, and you got the Dirty Bird. I mean, I think just for the sake of, you know what, they figured out what they need to work on this past week, and the fact that it was a serious bend, but didn't break mentality up until that idiocy down in D-Land at Jerry's house. But I'm going to take ATL with the slim win. Win at home, even though there will be no fans.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm actually going to go Atlanta as well. They've actually never started 0-2 in the Matt Ryan era since until this year. They're 0-2 now, obviously. But I'm going to go for Atlanta to kind of get their first dub of the season, because the strength of the Chicago Bears is their defense. The strength of the Atlanta Falcons is their offense. I think that the Atlanta Falcons have enough to kind of take care of Chicago. Chicago doesn't seem to do much on offense, but Cam, go ahead. I feel like you're going Chicago here.
Oh, what are y'all doing? Gosh, it just sucks because I know who the starting quarterback of the Bears is, and it's Mitch Trubisky. Right. But I gotta say this: they're 2-0, and I mean 2-0, 0-2. I seen what I saw from the Falcons. Give me the Bears, and I like Alex. I appreciate your prediction by 6. Yeah, give me the Bears.
Okay, let's move on. We have Los Angeles Rams at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is favored by 2.5 points. Cowboy Cam. Who do we got in this one? In this one?
Okay, so you know I love Buffalo. I love them. I love them. I love them. The Rams have been on point this season, but give me the Bills over the Rams. Ooh. I think the Bills defense is better than the Eagles and the Cowboys defense, so I think they take care of business.
Okay, Snow, who do you got in this one? Cam went Buffalo. Who do you got?
Well, no fans at the at Bills Stadium, so no Bills Mafia this week again.
I need to see somebody go through a table.
Yeah. But circle the wagons or go with the Hollywood Rams. You know what? I've seen I've liked what I've seen from both teams. However, the Rams are 3-13 against AFC opponents since
Mm.
02. The
Mm.
worst in any division. Get me a spot on that wagon. I'm circling the wagons with the Bills.
Okay, we got a little
love it.
Buffalo love in the house. This is actually a really tough game for me to choose, man. Because I just really don't know what to do here. It really is a offense versus defense type of mentality here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Buffalo with you.
Yeah.
I love
wagons.
Josh
We got
Allen, dude.
we have a
I
full ride.
really wanted to go with the Rams because I think their offense has some things to prove. But man, Josh Allen just looks so good. I love Josh Allen.
They're tough. They are a tough team.
I like what they're doing here. So let's go ahead and move on to the Washington whatchamacallits at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland favored by 7 points. SnowMan, where are we going?
The Dog Pound going to DC to take on the Washington Redskins. And the fact that Washington, the Redskins are coming to Cleveland, and they're going to be fans. There's going to be fans in the stands this game. Oh, have I really jumped into the Dog Pound? Am I feeling it with them? It's a 1-1 on both sides. Washington has allowed 30-plus points in 4 of their last 5 games, their regular season games. Surprisingly, I'm going with them whatchamacallits of the
Wow.
I'm going to press my luck for a second time with them DC boys. So give me Washington.
Okay. Things are getting
Cam.
interesting. I mean,
Cam, things are a little wild already. We just started. Things are a little bit crazy. They're off the rails. But tell me, Cam, who you got?
I see why you in Washington. I mean, their defense is really much improved, but I just don't know if the Washington offense can get rolling like they need to. So give me the Browns. I'm going to play it safe. I don't mind if Washington wins, but I'm going to play it safe here because I kind of need them to be 1-2 just in case my Cowboys might lose this week. So, yeah, give me Washington. I mean, no, sorry. Give me the Browns. I'll take the 7.
Okay, so Cam's going with the Browns.
Rolling.
Yo, people are really
Christopher
picking
here
Washington.
says.
Oh my gosh.
Christopher here says this is a toss up, but I'll go with the whatchamacallits, and I'm down for that. But yeah, I'm going with Cleveland on this one.
Yeah.
I think that Cleveland is kind of on a little bit of a path. They got something to prove that they can kind of string some wins together here. So I'm gonna go with Cleveland. Let's go next game. I mean, Tennessee Titans at Minnesota Vikings. Tennessee's favored by 2.5 points. The Vikings looked absolutely miserable last week. They looked so horrendous, dude. So let's go, Cam. You're first up. Vikings or Titans? Who you got?
Oh, well, y'all know me. I'm Titans up. Whenever I get a chance, yeah, give me the Titans. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins only can throw to Adam Thielen. He doesn't know how to trust anyone else. And then I also forgot that their offensive coordinator was gone, Stefanski, which he's in Cleveland. So yeah, give me the Titans by 10. Good Lord.
Okay, Snow. Snow, our boy Walkley here. He says Titans by 17, or I'm buying Snow a burger.
Walkley, you're very brave.
Snow.
Well, I
Listen,
mean, he is close to
Cam,
me, so,
Snow, and Walkley are both in the Seattle area. So check this out, Snow. I need you to research the top 5 most expensive burgers in Seattle.
I'm not
you
going
need
to
to
do a
find
burger
them.
like that. I'm going to go find a good burger.
Yeah, go find a good
Listen,
burger.
Welcome to
'Cause
Good
even if
Burger,
the-
home of the Good Burger. Can't take your order.
Exactly. You need to figure some things out here. But Snow, go ahead. Tell me who you got this week.
Am I going with the Purple People Eaters, or am I going Swords Up with no fans in the stands in Minneapolis in that beautiful new dome? Or sorry, that beautiful new stadium, somewhat new, but
It's
nice.
definitely a dome because it's Minnesota. So yeah, it's a
Well,
dome.
I mean, compared to their old one, and that collapse of the snow. But I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
All those years ago. Cousins. I mean, right now, Vikings have not been trustworthy as much. Cousins, 7 interceptions in the last 6 games dating back to 2019. So he's just been, giving the ball to the other team by what was it? A lot. Giving them a chance. So for the Vikings,
Oh no! We suck again!
Yes.
give me the sword. I'm going down to Music City. Give me
Yes.
some
Oh,
good
man.
old Tennessee barbecue. Give me some Tennessee barbecue with them Titans.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Tennessee as well. Kirk Cousins got a whopping 2 or 3 points in fantasy this last week. He was awful. Minnesota struggled, and it's not really getting easier. You got Tennessee, and then you got Seattle. So or maybe another week, and then it's Seattle. I don't really know, but you're kind of running into it a little bit. So kind of feel sorry for the dude. But yeah, we all went Tennessee across the board. Now,
Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or I buy Cam some tacos.
Alex, you said Minnesota by 6. Are you buying Cam some tacos? I'm gonna take that bet. Definitely, I'm taking that one.
Oh yeah,
who?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
sounds-
There it is.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
just some good,
Hey.
picking for food.
Hey,
there.
Cam, let me tell you something. He lives in Midlothian, so it's a drive, but if the tacos are good, it's worth it.
We'll work something. We'll probably work something out. I got you, baby. I got
Yeah.
you.
Hey, we'll meet in the middle. Let's say we get some tacos in Arlington, okay? We'll just meet
There
in the
we go.
middle. Okay, so check this out. Las Vegas Raiders at New England Patriots. I believe who's favored here? It says Las Vegas Raiders +6, so they're favored by 6 at New England Patriots. Snow, let's go ahead. You love the Raiders almost as much as you love the Seahawks, so let's hear it. Snow, who you got?
Good. This is good.
So going to Foxborough, Raiders are heading up there 2-0. Pats coming off a loss in Seattle. Las
1-1.
Vegas, so 1-1. Vegas, 30 points, 30 plus points in 2 straight games for the first time since 2016. So that's a good omen right there. That's some good little omens right there. And figuring that you can't trust the 2-minute offense with giving the ball to the New England Cam version of the Patriots. Have to see what is going to happen with these guys, but as there's a certain thing here. There's a certain thing here about this, but no, there isn't, because I'm going with the Raiders over them Pats.
Okay.
And this time it's not going to be in the snow, so there's not going to be some, tuck rule to help.
Yeah, no tuck rule in the house.
The infamous tuck rule is not going to go down this time around. 'Cause there's no snow right now.
Snow, I gotta give you a compliment. That's a great way to bring up some good history right there, man.
Mhm.
But you're gonna hate me. Mama Snow, you're gonna hate me. But I really like what I see from the Patriots offense. I'm gonna take the Patriots here by 6. Basically, I just think Bill Belichick's just gonna take away Darren Waller. It's gonna be up to Josh Jacobs to run like crazy. Look here, you're not gonna have no Darren Waller. Darren Waller's gonna be
incoming.
Here's the code. I know. Darren Waller's gonna be gone. But if Josh Jacobs can run like crazy, they'll beat New England. But give me New England by 6.
Okay, I'm not going to hate you because I don't hate the other one who thought that they were going to lose by 20. But you're going to live to regret that.
I might. I'll take it.
You will. It's okay.
Look here, just know if the Raiders win, I'll still celebrate. You know, I'll be all right.
If the Raiders win, he'll still celebrate.
It's when the Raiders win.
Oh. Who you got? Who you got, Flex Mike? Who you got?
Okay, I hate to say this actually because I really want the Raiders to win. I'm actually going to be rooting for them to win. But the only thing is, Snow, I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
Do the Raiders have an answer for a rushing quarterback like Cam Newton?
No.
That's the only thing I'm scared of.
I think that they do. The defense, could hold that, could hold Cam Newton. If it's a good day for them. If it's a good day for them.
Snow, the ball's on the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and 5 or 2nd and goal or whatever, right? Cam decides he's going to take the ball, go to the left, and just QB keeper. He's just rushing it. He's just running it, right? Who on the Raiders defense, linebacker, D lineman, DB, safety, anyone, who can meet him in the hole and stop him? Because that's what I'm scared of. Trust me, I want Las Vegas to win because I never root for the Patriots, but I just don't know if there's someone on the Raiders defense that can meet him there and stop him. And that's ultimately what I'm worried about. Because, the Patriots with Cam Newton, they want to run. They don't want to have to pass. They want to run because that's highest percentage for them. I'm going to go with New England here because I don't think they really the Raiders have an option to stop him. And I hope that I'm proven wrong because I want the Raiders to win. But I just think that it may not work out that way.
So basically, this is a business decision. It's not personal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to.
Yeah. This
it's never been personal.
Business. Yeah, this is just business for me.
It's never been personal. I have nothing against the Raiders. Never have, never will.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that how on College Game Day they said, or with Lee. He's like, this is strictly business. Give me that. He tries to. He'll go with his heart a lot of times, but it's like. When they're like trying to go for the home teams, like, I'm sorry, this is strictly business. And he picks the other team. So that's what I'm saying with the business decision part.
Yeah. and that's how I feel about it. But okay. So Snow goes Las Vegas. Cam and I both go New England. Let's go to a game that could potentially be garbage game of the week. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the New York Giants. This is San Francisco's favored by 4 points. No Saquon Barkley, no Jimmy Garoppolo, no entire 49ers defensive line. Let's go Cam. Cam, who do you got in this one?
What did you go me? I'm still thinking this is tough because everyone's hurt on the 49ers. They do have Mullins, the kid Mullins.
Hey,
Nick
Cam,
Mullins.
Yeah.
Hey, Cam, just so you're aware, this is the second straight game that the Niners are going to New York. This is the second straight game. They just got done playing the Jets.
You're
this
right.
past
Okay.
week. So they're having to go back and forth. You know, they're like, "Hey,
No,
we get
because
the,
I already
to
heard
a
it,
point."
Snow. They're not they're going
Oh,
to, instead of going back to San Francisco, they're not doing that. They're not going back to San Francisco. They're
they
having
stayed
a
in New York.
small layover in
Okay.
in a somewhere up there because they knew they would have to come back regardless, right?
Okay,
So
Okay.
they actually haven't gone home at all.
Okay, so it was just my thought that I was thinking that, you know, because of the fact that they just got done playing the Jets in MetLife, and the fact that they have to come back home. Oh wait,
That's a lot of traveling.
why are we going back
Yeah.
to New York? Oh, we gotta play them Giants. So that was my thinking. So
Give me. I really like Nick Mullins. And him paired with who's the head coach? Shanahan. I think Shanahan's gonna have to be in his bag. All right, he's gonna have to be in his coaching bag to pull off this win. Give me the 49ers by 3.
49ers. Okay. Snow, who you got in this one?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
dude, with so much injuries, literally just injury after injury after injury, and the fact that they're having to play again at MetLife Stadium and probably going to get some more injuries on top of that. I mean, as much as I don't trust the Giants,
I don't trust them at all.
as much as I do the Niners. And I said this at the beginning of this the year with with them Eagles, with them cheesesteak heads. The injuries, they're already banged up. It's going to be tough, but I'm picking the G-Man.
Okay, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad
just
about
on
it.
the injury front,
Yep.
because again, with the growing list of injuries that the Niners are literally pulling every week, it seems like now. I just don't trust, the Niners to pull one out and to go 2-1. I'm going to say it now. The Niners are not going to be NFC West champs. I don't even see them in the wild card.
No.
Spot.
No.
I don't even see them making playoffs this year. I don't even see them making the 3rd spot in the West. I see them down at 4.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a Seahawk, Ram, Cardinal, 3-headed monster right here.
Yeah.
For the West.
I'm with you.
So give me the G-Man.
Okay, I'm gonna say I think that if the 49ers were playing anyone else but like the NFC East and like the crap teams that are in the NFC East, I would probably give that other team the nod. But we're talking about the Giants.
The Giants.
The reason Saquon Barkley is injured is because of the Giants' offensive line. It's not good. And even before, and Cam, you can attest to this, even before Saquon Barkley got injured, he wasn't doing good at all.
No.
Because he has no protection at all. It's awful. It's horrendous. And so I'm going 49ers here. I think that even with the 49ers backups, whoever the backups are that would fill in for those different positions, defensive line wise, I just don't think that there's enough that the Giants have to offer that could cause the 49ers a headache of any type. And I mean, even with the Jets, right? The Jets are like, oh, look at all these guys that are hurt. Like, cool. Don't care. Who was the running back? Was it Tevin? Was it Tevin Coleman who? Yeah, he just runs up the sideline like he's like, I don't even care, dude. It scores, no problem. We've seen Nick Mullins in the past. We've seen Nick Mullins kind of orchestrate that offense a little bit, and there's not a whole lot there that he has to work with, but there's enough. They're run heavy already, and they're just going to rely on that even more. So, like, I mean, I just don't even think anything about it. George Kittle's going to be back at a certain point. I don't know if that's this week or next week or whatever, but we'll see. The Giants just they're not competitive right now. Daniel Jones has looked like garbage, and I think that goes with the offensive line being bad. So I got 49ers in this one. Let's move next. We got Cincinnati Bengals at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is favored by 5.5
Here we go.
points. SnowMan, you said you didn't want to bet on the Bengals anymore. But speaking of crappy NFC East teams,
This is one.
who do you got? Who do you got?
Like literally, this is just too tough to I mean, granted, this one knows exactly where he's going.
This is tough.
But I mean, again, Eagles banged up still. Cincinnati not pulling the weight that they should have been the last 2 weeks. To a point.
What position?
Still. I mean, I'm still salty on that first week. I'm still salty on week 1 with the Bengals. And that stupidity of that quarterback.
Oh.
And my leg.
Gotcha.
And literally just
Missed it by that much.
kick. But granted, it's a 2-2 Cincinnati team. It's a 2-2 Eagles team. There will be no fans in Philadelphia with the cheesesteak heads. I'm gonna say it now, and mark my words right here, right now.
Please take the Eagles. Take the Eagles.
If I pick the Bengals, I want you two to be witnesses, and everybody else here that's listening and watching. If I pick the Bengals and they screw the pooch again, I'm not picking the Cincinnati Bengals again until I see significant improvement, like a leaping improvement, like a 2-game, 3-game win streak.
I just want
okay
this.
So, with that being said, I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Thank you. It's not hard. It's not hard.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Cam. Who do we got in this one?
Well, look here. You guys are about to see the worst quarterback in the NFL, and he does not play for the team named the Bengals. All right. Carson Wentz is literally graded as the worst quarterback in the NFL. He's 33rd. There's only 32.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's 33rd, so he's actually worse than the worst.
He's been bad. All right.
Are we smelling a tanking here down with the cheesesteak heads?
No, they're not tanking. They're tired of Carson Wentz, dude. He's going to the sideline. Nobody's high-fiving him, talking to him. Basically the same rumors we've been hearing over the past few seasons about Carson Wentz. They're coming to life, you know. It's just I just don't see it in Philly. I don't see it. And I know you're hard on the Bengals, dude. This rookie quarterback, if AJ Green doesn't get the pass interference call, they win the game. The kicker missed the kick to tie the game. That was week 1. And then they lose by 5 to the Browns, you know, which the Browns played outstanding, and they still were that close to pulling that game up. So if you're going to give me the Eagles with this beat-up team, Jalen Reagor's out for 6 weeks. Carson Wentz looks bad. Yeah, give me the Bengals, dang it. Give me those dang Bengals, and I think they'll take care of these lousy Philadelphia Eagles. And this isn't Cowboy Cam necessarily being a hate. Like, I'm not being a hater. They look bad, all right? Carson Wentz looks terrible. So give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys right there. Cincinnati all the way. I think Cincinnati's going to get their first win of the season. I think from top to bottom, Philly's easily the better team. But the problem is Carson Wentz, like you stated, is playing like garbage, playing like the worse than the worst, actually. In the league, Cincinnati has a few things working for them. They're being pretty competitive as far as a lot of that stuff goes. Joe Burrow has gotten better each week so far. Week 1, he was very conservative, dumping throws off, throwing quick slants and drags and things of that nature. Week 2, he kind of expanded his passing game a little bit. So, he looks. Let's see if he continues that. Jalen Rager out 4 to 6 weeks with a torn ligament in his thumb. And as you know, as a receiver, you kind of need your thumbs. That's how you catch a football. So if you don't have them, then that's a problem. So yeah, I'm gonna go Cincinnati on this one. I think Cincinnati takes care of business here. I think it'll be close, probably 3 or 4 points, but we'll keep it moving. Houston Texans at Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers favored by 4. Let's go to Cam first. Cam, who do you got?
Oh, yeah. Well, the Texans just aren't getting any breaks because basically the past 3 weeks they've played probably the best 3 AFC teams to play. And guess what? They're going 0-3. Give me the Steelers. Big Ben's back. So be very aware. Big Ben is back. All right. So give me the Steelers over the Texans.
Okay, Snow, who do you got in this one?
Pittsburgh is, hosting this week. No fans this week. Pitt has won 4 of their last 5 games against Houston. Pittsburgh's 2-0. The Texans are 0-2. The Steelers' defense is 3rd in the league. And the fact that Big Ben is back, Jack, I'm going to Pittsburgh, baby.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm with both of you there. I think Pittsburgh, Big Ben is definitely back. I think Deshaun Watson is wondering who the hell to throw to because week 1, Will Fuller looked like he was good. Week 2, he got 0 fantasy points. So what does that tell you?
He's inconsistent.
Yeah, he's inconsistent. So they're really missing DeAndre Hopkins. And there's a lot of things that they still have to prove. They need some pieces on offense because it's just not working. So yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh in that one. I think James Conner, he escaped last week injury free, so he'll be all right. They still got Snell in the backfield if they need him, which they didn't even use him last week because they didn't need him. Juju's doing fine. Big Ben, like we said, is back. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh in that one. Let's go to our next game here. We got the New York Jets at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts favored by 11 points. Snow, where are we going?
Well, we are in Indianapolis. They will have 7,500 fans in the stands in that horseshoe. So, and the fact that they're playing the Jets, who are 0-2, and their offense is 32nd in the league, 19th in defense, 30th in passing, 31st in rushing, going up against the Colts that's 11th in the offense, 1st in the defense, 7th in the passing, and 16th in the rushing. And the fact that the Jets have scored fewer than 20 points in 12 games since 2019. So if I don't, if I'm just going to, say, hey, I'm going to throw out the wild card and go New York City Jets and the Green Machine, I would be accused of drinking heavily and taking so much synthetic drugs that I would be loopy.
Yeah, you scared me there for a minute.
And unfortunately for, just for comedy's sake, we're not going to be hearing this week.
We'll be rolling, owning,
You jinxed it.
There might be a couple sacks, maybe a couple. But
you
otherwise, giddy up, Cowboy. I'm riding with them Colts.
All right. Cam, who you got?
Well, he jinxed it. Give me the Colts, but Phil Rivers is going to throw 2 interceptions. Just watch. He's going to throw – you jinxed it. He's going to throw 2 interceptions. But as long as they run the ball, Jonathan Taylor is exactly who we knew he would be. I think everyone knew he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just run the ball. Just run the ball, baby. That offensive line is amazing.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Indy as well. I think that normally they're kind of iffy for me just because of Philip Rivers, but it's the Jets, and I'm pretty sure every game this year I'll probably pick against the Jets. I don't really know
The
yet,
Green
but
Machine is,
um,
sorry, New Jack City is closed for
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
facts. Okay, so let's move on to the next game. We got Carolina Panthers at Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers favored by 6.5 points. McCaffrey out of there. Okay. The Chargers they have one of the better defenses in the NFL. They really kept Patrick Mahomes in check last week. Teddy Bridgewater starting for the Panthers. It seems as though Justin Herbert will get the start for the Chargers. Cam, who do we got?
Oh, well, you already know I'm going. Well, I did make the mistake last week of choosing the Panthers over the Bucks. I was not expecting McCaffrey to get hurt, which causes Teddy Bridgewater to throw the ball more, which is what you don't want. You don't want Teddy Bridgewater necessarily throwing the ball a lot. So, yeah, give me the Chargers. I'll take the 6 points. Justin Herbert impressed me. So as long as Justin Herbert doesn't come out and throw like 3-4 interceptions, I think the Chargers take care of business.
Okay, Snow, what about you?
No fans until further notice. Carolina has allowed 20 plus points in 14 straight games. And the fact that the Chargers are at home, they just, they came off their first win at home in their brand new stadium, for them at least. And they're playing an 0-2 Panthers. And I mean, granted, league-wise, they're kind of, there's some similars. There's some closeness with Panthers are 4th in offense. Chargers are 7th. Defense, they're 14 and 15. Panthers are a little bit higher. Passing, Carolina's got the passing game on lock with the, being at 4th while Chargers are sitting at 12th.
Damn,
but the Chargers are 6th in rushing while the Panthers are 19th. So, but for the pure fact that the Carolina Panthers are 0-2 and the Chargers are still going to be enjoying some home cooking and their beautiful new stadium, give me Bolts.
Okay, Snow goes Chargers as well. I think I've been on the record enough this year so far where I have said I think that the Carolina Panthers are going to end up with a top 5 draft pick in this next year's draft. So it's really no question for me, especially without Christian McCaffrey and having to rely on Teddy Bridgewater's arm. I'm going Chargers in this one as well. Let's move to our next game. Next game, we have Detroit Lions at Arizona Cardinals. Arizona favored by 5.5 points. Kyler Murray is kind of taking the reins in Arizona and getting some MVP consideration by people who don't know football, obviously.
You watch your mouth.
I don't need to. He's a second-year player and doesn't really throw the ball that much. But he's good. He is good. He is good. I will definitely say that. So let's go Snow. Snow, who are we starting with? Are we going Detroit or are we going Arizona?
Well, the fact that the Motor City Cats are coming on down to Arizona and to that, play the Cactus Boys. And for the first time this season, the Cards will have fans in the stands, but it will only be 750 people that are immediate family, friends of players, coaches, and staff as test subjects for their what's the word I'm looking for?
COVID protocol.
Thank you for their fan protocols
yeah.
for the COVID issues we're having right now. But the fact that my problem with this is a little bit because last season we had a tie with these guys. 27-27. The Cards and the Cats tied. So I would not be surprised again if we get another tie somewhere. I'm saying somewhere. Maybe one, maybe one this week, maybe sometime in the near future, but we'll probably get a tie somewhere. Maybe one of our picks will be a tie. I'm just throwing out there because we've had weird moments. It's 2020. So anything's possible at this point. But the fact that the Cardinals are 2-0 and them Cardiac Cats are coming on down to the desert, give me the Cactus Boys. Give me them Cards.
Cardinals. Okay. Cam, go ahead.
This is hard for me. The Lions are terrible. I believe, once again, like I always tell y'all, Kyler Murray is probably one of the best football players I've ever seen in person. So yeah, give me the Cardinals. I think they make this look easy.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think the Cardinals take care of business pretty easily here. Detroit likes to kind of have a late surge in some of these games, but I don't know if they're really good enough to really fight with Arizona in this one. Yeah, I got Arizona. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to America's Game of the Week.
Oh.
Actually, sorry, I lied. I got a little ahead of myself. The Game of the Week is next. But
okay.
Before that, we got Tampa Bay
Mountains
at Denver Broncos. Tampa Bay is favored by 6 points. Drew Lock not in there. Tampa Bay was much better on offense this last week than they were. They were also playing the Lions, so who really knows what's happening? Let's start with Cam. Cam, who do you got? Tampa Bay or Denver?
If Drew Lock was there, this would be a lot closer. If Drew Lock and Cortland Sutton were there, this would be a lot closer. This would be a tough pick for me. But give me Tampa Bay. It sucks that Broncos don't have Drew Lock, but keep your eye on Jeff Driscoll, okay? Do not fall asleep on Jeff Driscoll. He gave my Cowboys a run last season with the Lions, which was insane. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks, but I'll be happy if they get an upset here.
Okay. Snow, who do you got?
Well, the fact that the last time we saw the Bronx take on the Bucks was 2016, and the Bucks choked up on 7 points to 27 against them Broncos. But look how much time has changed in 4 years. We have Tom Brady heading on down to Tampa Bay, trading in his musket for a eye patch, a sword, and a flag, and a lovely pirate ship. But in that time, I mean, granted, Bucks are sitting at 25 in the offensive department. Broncos are sitting at 27th. The defense is a very contrast because Bucks are sitting at 12th. Defense is at 12th for the defense for the Bucks. Broncos are at 21st. And of course, they're close to each other with the passing and the rushing. Passing 25 to 26, advantage Bucks, and the rushing they're 23rd. While the Broncos are a hair better at 21. So, but I think the deciding factor is that while Denver is going to have 575,700 fans in the stands up there in Mile High, unfortunately, they're just going to see a pirate ship come on in and pillage the mountains because I'm going Tampa Bay and give me a sword.
Yeah.
Give me the sword and the flag because I'm riding with the Bucks.
I hate that name so bad.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Tampa Bay seems to kind of be figuring things out, and Denver is without Drew Lock, Phillip Lindsay, and Cortland Sutton, probably their 3 best players, and they don't have Von Miller, their 4 best players. So
Mhm.
they're really out of there as far as that goes. And I just don't. I think that Tampa Bay is going to take care of business here. But so we all got Tampa Bay across the board. Now let's move on to America's game of the week. We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks at Seattle. Seattle is favored by 5.5 points. Snow. Go ahead, my man. Let's hear it.
Before I get to the pick, the official pick, I am gonna give the Cowboys a little just due in the fact that last week they fought back along with the collapse of Atlanta's defense, and Dak had a ball out game. I'll give him that. But on the other side of the ball, you got Russell Wilson, who's just burning people right now, along with his boy Metcalf, just burning. You gotta think. You don't give Russell the room to either A, throw the ball. Don't give him the time of the day to give him the chance to throw the ball. Otherwise, he'll burn you. And you also don't give him the time of day to have open field and give him a chance to run like there's no tomorrow. The fact that they're also that the boys are coming back on up to Seattle. I mean, granted, there will be no fans in the stands this time around, so we won't have to relive that he can't get the snap down moment again in the playoffs. And the fact that while last season, the boys did beat Seattle by 2, 22-24. I don't know why that got clicked.
There we go.
I don't know why that got clicked, but last time the Cowboys came and beat the Seahawks by 2. It was a good game. I'll give it that. Cowboys, right now are second in offense. The Seahawks are 10th. Defense, 24-32 right now. Passing, 3rd, for the boys, 6th for the Hawks. Rushing, 11th to 17 for the Hawks, league-wise. However, with that being said, there is not one chance in hell, literally, that I do not pick the Seahawks to win because I'm going with them.
Okay, Cam, here's your chance.
Is it my turn? Now
Yeah,
I gotta get rehyped and deliver this message to you, brother. Look here. Y'all have been letting Russell Wilson cook. Cool. That's sweet. That's awesome. Let him cook. All right. Now it's time for this Dallas Cowboys defensive line, this pass rush, to wake up. All right. I think y'all are gonna try to throw the ball a little too much against us because we're pretty solid against the pass. Our run defense sucks. You run the ball on the Cowboys when you get a chance to. That's what you're supposed to do. Run the ball against the Cowboys. I guarantee it'll take you to where you want to go. But y'all aren't going to do that. You're going to throw the ball a little too much here. I got a guy named Trayvon Diggs. He'll be on Metcalf, and let's see if he can get an interception this week. He's gotten close the past 2 weeks. But we're going to feed Zeke this week. We're going to run the ball. Your defense is terrible. The Seahawks defense is bad, all right? We got to address that. It's a bad defense. So just in case Dak Prescott has to cook, he'll cook just in case. But I think Zeke runs wild on the Seahawks, and we take this victory by 6. I think we win this game by 6 points.
Mike, 1 sec.
Okay. Are we done?
that would be the sound of, well, of just the fact that all that was going to be for nothing when the Seahawks beat the Cowboys.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. Snow.
Okay, listen.
Just had to get that out there.
In a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, I think this game's a lot closer. I think the Cowboys could potentially come out on top in a perfect world. You don't have your starting middle linebacker. You don't have your backup middle linebacker. You may or may not have your left tackle. I think that he's probably going to play. Your swing tackle, Cam Irving, out of there. Your probably your best corner, Awuzie, out of
Gone.
there.
Yeah.
Gone. Diggs. I mean, it's nice and all that you were like covering Julio Jones and all that. That's real cute. But let's remember something. Julio Jones had a obvious hamstring injury going into that game. Still managed to burn you one time. It's nothing that you did helped him drop that pass that was wide open in the end zone. So let's understand that. DK Metcalf is coming off of a good game where he torched your reigning defensive player in the NFL last year. Torched. Do I think that Diggs can have some plays? Yeah, I do. I think every player who's a real competitor has a chance to kind of do some things. But what I happen to know about the Cowboys is that the places where they have struggled has been with the receiver in the slot. Well, let me tell you something. One of the most efficient receivers in NFL history happens to be in the slot, and he goes by the name Tyler Lockett. And anytime Russell Wilson targets Tyler Lockett, we're talking about a connection rate over 99%. So let's understand that. Chris Carson, we haven't even touched on him as far as the running game goes because we haven't had to. Our defense, there's been zero sense of urgency because we've just been blowing teams out. I mean, I'm talking double-digit scores. And when the sense of urgency happened, you saw the Seahawks really stop the run against the Patriots last week. The Patriots had about combined 50-something yards. Cam Newton had 40-something by himself. But if you're talking about a team that really wants to run the ball, did Cam Newton score when he got down there? Yes. I do not think that Zeke is going to go for like 150 plus or whatever you're thinking. I think he can get to 100 because
he'll get to 100. He'll get to 100.
Zeke's a good back. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just also want you to remember that we have two safeties that both love to hit. One loves to hit legally, and the other one loves to hit illegally sometimes. So it is what it is. But I don't think that the Cowboys defensively have a single thing in store for Russell Wilson. He's going to cook all over the Cowboys. The only thing is, are the Cowboys going to continue their momentum on offense, being able to throw the ball? I think that they have all the weapons in the world that they need to be able to do that. It's just a matter of, are they going to do it? Because as you looked at the Cowboys last week, you said, well, this is probably one of the worst secondaries they're going to face, so they should be cooking. And you know what? They waited until like halfway through the fourth quarter to start doing that. So we'll see what they do. I think that they could all have good days and still lose by double digits. I mean, that's just Russell Wilson is on an MVP crusade right now. And there's no one really in the area of what Russell Wilson's doing. He's leading the league in touchdown passes, right? I got some graphics on my phone that I saved because I wanted to be able to bring some things up in this conversation tonight, Cam. I wanted you to know that Russell Wilson is 5th in the league in passing yards with 610 because he doesn't need to come from behind and continuously throw like some of these other quarterbacks. Russell Wilson is leading the league in passing touchdowns with 9. The next closest is 6. Your boy Dak Prescott, not in the top 10. We got a passer rating leader. Russell Wilson sitting at a 140 even. The next guy's Lamar Jackson. He's at 134. So there's some things there that the analytics of all of this stuff has really proven and has really shown that Russell Wilson is carrying this team in a way that even Seattle fans have not seen before. I think that until Dallas really figures it out, I think that Dallas is a very dangerous team, but they're hurting big time. They got to get healthy. Let me ask you one question, Cam.
Oh, yeah.
Is Jordan Lewis the backup to Awuzie on that side?
I think they'll go Daryl Worley.
Okay.
I think they'll go Daryl Worley, leave Jordan Lewis in the slot to deal with Tyler Lockett.
Good luck on that. But here's the thing.
Like I said, hey, look, we've played y'all before, okay? We can do it. We've done it. That's the thing. We've done it.
It's different, though. You've not played the DK Metcalf Seahawks.
Is it really
You've not
different?
met it. It's a lot different. It's significantly different. Our offensive line is significantly better than it's been in 5 years, probably.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, we got guys that actually are blocking Snow, and this is a situation where I'm like, I don't know if I've seen this in quite some time. So, Kim, there is a world where the Cowboys win this game. I just don't, and like I said, to start this whole thing, I don't think that this is the week specifically based on the injuries. If both teams were 100% healthy, you know what I would say? I would say this is a 3-point game, and I have to flip a coin because I have no idea. Because I think we're evenly matched with that. But given the injuries, we have a lot less injuries than you guys have. Our pass rush is non-existent. And so that's where I kind of feel like you can run the ball and stuff, which is why I said Zeke would get 100 or over 100. I don't think he'll get to 150, but I think he'll get over 100 yards. Yeah. But I'm I'm taking Seattle in this one. And I think it's going to be one of those types of situations where we get up early and the Cowboys start to make a comeback, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Mike, basically what Russell Wilson's going to be doing pretty much a lot of this game is going to be a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
Nope.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
And catching and throwing all
correct
night long.
Okay, so let's keep it moving. This is all of our least favorite game. Picking Seahawks Cowboys. It's actually my least favorite game because it's like if the Cowboys win, I have to hear about it for at least a year before they play again, and if they don't play, I got to wait even longer. So
or the playoffs.
It is what it is. But let's move in to Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers at New Orleans Saints. Let's see. Packers are favored by 3, or Saints are favored. I can't even read it. It says +3. I'm not sure what that means. Packers favored by 3. Packers favored by 3.
Okay.
Let's go. Cam. Tell me. Packers, Saints. Who you got?
Give me Packers. That Drew Brees we saw this past week, that ain't gonna fly. And the Packers are hot right now, so yeah, Packers all day.
Snow?
They're gonna have to go down to the Bayou and get some jambalaya. Their Packs are heading on down to New Orleans. And right now, I agree with Cam. Drew is not looking, as hot as Aaron Rodgers. Literally, Packers are the first, the number 1 team in the offense in the league. 10th in defense, 5th in passing, and number 1 in rushing right now, league wise, compared to the Saints. 21st in offense, 8th in defense, 14th in passing, and 25th in rushing. And while 3 years ago, Packers lost to the Saints last time they played, 26-17. Totally different scenario as we're looking right now, because Aaron Rodgers is probably looking to burn Green Bay down and melt the cheeseheads as he is just walking on out the door. And I will say, Sunday night is going to be a good game. You got Aaron Rodgers. You do have Drew Brees, the two best quarterbacks out there playing today. However, the cheeseheads are just going to enjoy that jambalaya a little bit more because they're going to be adding some cheese to that. So give me them cheeseheads. Go, Pack, go.
Yeah, I'm there with both of you guys. Green Bay, like I said earlier, I think the Saints are way too reliant on anything other than they're way too reliant on Michael Thomas, and like Drew Brees doesn't even realize that anything else is there. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to look at last week's film and see that Malcolm Jenkins is very suspect, and he's just going to throw the ball to whoever Malcolm Jenkins is covering. And that's pretty much the way that's going to go. Even though Devontae Adams is questionable, doesn't matter. He'll find somebody else to throw to.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but let's move on to the Monday Night Football game, which should be probably has potential to be the game of the year. We don't know. We need score predictions on this one for a tiebreaker. We got Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City is, for the first time in a long time, an underdog. Baltimore's favored by 3.5 points. Cam, who do you got in this one?
Well, look here. I hate, once again, I mean, Pat Mahomes is great, but I hate how everyone talks about Pat Mahomes. It bothers me. It worries me a little bit. These guys fall behind in every game. Like, I know my Cowboys just did a miraculous comeback and whatnot, but the Chiefs fall behind in a lot of these games. This is not a team you want to fall behind on against these Baltimore Ravens. It's not a team it's not even a team you want to play. You don't want to play the Baltimore Ravens unless it's playoffs. But give me the Baltimore Ravens 28-20. And I really don't think it'll necessarily be close. I think the Ravens will just take care of business and be done with it.
Okay, Snow. Who do you got in this one? Final game. I need a score prediction.
Yeah, this is our tiebreaker. But, I mean, literally, this is a matchup that everyone's going to want to watch on Monday Night Football. I would say this is going to be hold on, let me double check, make sure. Are these two in the same conference / indoor division?
No, they are both in the AFC. The Ravens are in the AFC North, and the Chiefs are in the AFC West. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what? I would not go on. I would actually go out on a limb here and put this as my potential AFC Championship game right now. You know, I mean, literally, you got the two big quarterbacks right here, the two, MVPs right here, the reigning MVPs, Mahomes, Jackson, in a heavyweight title fight right now. I mean, this is going to be a preview of a potential AFC Championship game. Now, depending on who might win, we might be seeing a home field advantage for later down the line, just as a prelude. But I mean, literally, you could flip a coin and just call it. I mean, it's going to be that good of a game, and it's going to be that close. So I'm actually going to predict the score. I'm also going to go 28-20. just as a safe bet for myself. But I'm going to go with Baltimore also. I mean, right now.
Oh, you playing it real safe.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm gonna save my. I'm gonna keep my bets safe right now. I mean, granted, the Chiefs and the Ravens offense is a 13-12 right now. Chiefs are at 13 in the league. Ravens are at 12. The defense is where the difference is at. The big difference. Ravens are sitting at 2. Chiefs are at 27.
Talk about it.
Passing wise, Ravens are sitting at 24. The Chiefs are at 18th in the league. The rushing this is where it's going to be, the money is going to be made right here, because it's Ravens at the 4. Chiefs are at 8 in the league right now. So it's going to be, I'm going to say it's it's going to be a good rushing game, but we're going to see the reigning MVPs shine right here. It's going to be a great game. So I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to keep myself safe with a 28-20
I hate
win.
you. I hate you.
Okay, you said 28-20?
Yep, I'm with Cam.
So you went the exact same score as Cam.
You see what he's doing, right? You see what he's doing, right?
It's one of those where you can't really pick a match, a team to really get behind of, because they both look great. This is going to be a matchup too close to call. I mean, Chiefs have been slaying to start off the year, raising the banner, getting their Super Bowl rings to kick off the year. Ravens are continuing, their undertaking, down there. It's, in the north. It's going to be a very, very good game. I cannot pick this game, any close. It's going to be a close game. And again, I couldn't pick it, anyone, without flipping a coin. It's that good and it's Monday night. So we're going to get a real good game.
I hate you, Snow.
Okay. So let me say this. I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to go 34-24 Baltimore. So I'm right around the same area. I just think that it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. Yeah, I'm going to go 34-24 Baltimore, but let's do this for this week only, because both of you predicted the same exact score for the Monday night game. I need you to go back to Green Bay, New Orleans, and I need you to predict your scores just for some separation in case I need to, in case you tie exactly and I need to go back one more time.
I'll go first.
Actually, you know what? How about we don't do the Sunday night game, because we all picked Green Bay for that one, so we would be tied on that one too.
That's why he needs to score.
Well, how about this? Let's do Dallas-Seattle. Is Dallas-Seattle week? Let's do Dallas-Seattle. Go ahead, Cam.
Let's go with that.
Cam, go ahead first. Pick your score for Dallas and Seattle. I'm not going to pick because I didn't pick the same score on the Monday night game.
I got Dallas 30-27.
30-27. Cam goes 30-27. Okay, Snow, go ahead. Who do you got? Or score-wise, I mean, what do you have?
You know what? I'm going to be a little brazen right here. I'm going to give the Hawks 38-25.
Oh, what? Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay. All right, Snow. All right. I almost took my shirt off. All right.
What was Cam's score again? What was Cam's score?
He said 30-27.
I put some respect on it. He was just like 38-25. It's not even close.
Hey, but Cam, you got to understand something. The Seahawks have scored 38 points in both of their games so far.
No, we scored. We scored 35 up. 35 up. So yeah, first two games, 35 and 38.
We're not going to get into that, but let's go ahead and shut it down here. We the Flex Network here, NFL Week in Review show. We've done week 3 here And if you want to find us, there are some places that you can find us. You can find us, our YouTube channel, obviously, the Flex Network on YouTube. You can find Snow on Twitter at FlexNet_PW Elite. He started all the wrestling and all that good stuff. You can find myself on Twitter at FlexMike11. You can find the Flex Network official Flex Network account at the Flex Network 1. That's football and fantasy football there. You can find Cam on Facebook. You can find him at Cowboy Cam. You just search Cowboy Cam. He's got his own page there. He's posting all your Cowboys news, injuries, updates, signings, any of that type of stuff. He's got it all there. He's talking all that stuff. So you can find us in all those different destinations. So do us a favor, like and subscribe to all those different places. Show us some love there, and we will continue to pump out this show. This show will run every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time. So we are all of those places. Also, if you have questions about anything that you want us to talk about on the show, just, hop in the inbox on one of those social media places that I told you about. Ask a question. You want us to talk about something come Wednesday, we'll talk about it. Just let us know. Also, you can invite your friends to like our Facebook account. We're trying to grow our Facebook following. We're trying to get more likes. So go ahead and go over to the Flex Network Facebook account. There's a community tab. Hit community. When you go to community, it'll give you an option to invite all of your friends. Invite your friends, everyone you think might like this show, and we'll get this thing popping. And we'll flash these comments up here. We'll respond to your comments. And as always, Cowboy Cam below me, the SnowMan next to me, I'm Flex Mike. We will catch you guys later.
Peace out.